Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. I am, after like 3 weeks, finally starting on time. Either Cat, Bellhound, Joe, Trooper, BTBX, Sup. Finally! Hey Raven, good morning to you. I think. Wait, isn't it night for you? I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, enough of that. How you guys been? Finally I can start on time. I mean, I'm still like 5 minutes late, but you know, it's not bad. It's been quite a few weeks, but hopefully we should be getting back to normal now for real. You're getting commissions? Let's go! A family trip? Fun. Fun. Or I mean, I hope that's fun for you. But yeah, guys, finally. I mean, I still, as I've been saying, I still got a shit ton of things to take care of. But I'm already in that sort of like, hey, Irma! What's up? I'm finally starting on time. Yippee! I'm finally on that sort of like a state in which I'm like, okay, all right, you know, I don't have like things popping up out of nowhere. So I mean, like, okay, I can dedicate some time to streaming and gaming again. It's not everything revolves around adult stuff. You drop your juice box. Now 18 Celsius a day. Yay, that's nice. How much is in here? It's cool here today also. Mostly 21. Feels like 24. It's very humid though because it's been raining a bit. So I still have my fan next to me. Hopefully you don't hear it. Flower check? I haven't even touched that thing. But yeah, I still have my fan on because it's kind of warm inside. But mostly because of the humidity. It's not actually like hot. So it's like just on the lower setting. Tomatoes? No, I'm not here. I'm not here to play, guys. I'm here to read, remember? Do let me open the game. It is I, the Queen of Tomatoes, indeed. Gameplay in my cursed Frontline? Unheard of. Decompressing resources. Oh, okay. I just ate. Hopefully I won't be hit with the sleepy too hard. There's a game? Hey, Sunny. It's doing alright. Been chilling today. And by that I meant I slept. I slept until like 10 a.m. Sorry, I was looking at something in the game. Let's actually get into the game. Since I'm kind of already looking at it. What is this? Cheer for your girl. Ah. Sorry, I'm kind of fixing my monitors. Okay. Huh. Putting A on a guest boy Mastina is kind of messed up, it's true. How does this work? Also, I love how well Mastina just has her entire combat getup. Who do we support? Sabrina or Suomi? Sabrina. Come on, Sabrina. The machine does not concern herself with a skimpy swimsuit. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we must say now, right? Should we support Swami here? I think we should support Swami. It will be funny. Let's go with my wife, actually. I'm still surprised he'll float. Yeah, me too. Wow, that was fast. Why will AK-15 warrior as a swimsuit? Full on wetsuit, of course. Do I have all the rewards? Three more matches. Okay, 3 more matches, guys. Oh no, we get all of them, okay. This is a real gameplay. Damn, Serena barely put up a fight. Ooh! The size difference is hilarious. You're on your own now. Yes, Sonia, you shouldn't be shocked. Okay, now I got the thingy. Yippee! The things I do to get a to get a title. The things I do to get a little title thingy for my profile. Crosses arenas bunkers. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Sounds about right. You should go grab dinner before I start reading. I command it. Hello, Aki. Another level. All right. Should it a cross map attack? That's fun. Damn it! Ferrari, why are you doing this to me? Where's the other one? I have 20 of these. Tololo? Oh yeah! Another Tololo. The last one! Oh hell yeah. Now, should I get copies of someone else? Or should I get copies of Planeta first? Yes, I am a total V6 higher. You know what Girls Frontline should have that I've seen other games have? It's kind of a pain when the other games have it. Maybe it should be tied to like Covenant. But they should give you like a background. You give you a profile background. Alright, is that all? This is the fight thing, isn't it? Yippee! Of course. Alright, yeah, that's it. Let me actually just... Who was I on? I was finishing the never elixirs for someone. There, that's all my stamina used. What do you mean you accidentally pulled 2 Tians? What kind of accident is that? Oh, so close. They don't give you the weapon though, do they? No. You should probably pull for that in the roller banner then. Oh no, I accidentally put in my credit info and the 3 numbers on the back. I was gonna put for Leo with fast finger and Cheyenne banner. Oh, you pulled 2 Cheyenne weapons? Damn! You guys are stealing all my luck. Crazy. Should I buy pools? Should I use my Doritos? Or should I save my Doritos for the future? I feel like I should save my Doritos. For when the real shit drops. Yeah, I've been buying the stuff from the shops. Right, let's go. 67% of part 1. If we're lucky, we can finish today. We've got 3 hours. We can do this, maybe. Perhaps. Let's go! Path of abandonment. He has abandoned everything and has been abandoned by everything in turn. There is no coming back from this. At the end of the event, part 2 go. I'm guessing it should be somewhere in the storage, but I'll check once I get there. Only the sounds of my handcuffs and the click-clacking of Loreley's footsteps can be heard in the darkness. Her whip snaps crisply on the ground, informing me that we have arrived at our destination. Why does she have a whip? I'm not gonna ask questions, actually. Do not answer that. Where are... I have to say it, guys. This is a suspicious uniform. Or is it just me, or this is like a suspicious uniform? if you know what I mean. Should we looking a little German? You get me, Sony. Nothing wrong at all. Okay, Sony, thank you. I'm not insane. I'm not crazy. Like, I'm not talking about the boob window at all. Like, I do not mean the boob window at all. This uniform is a bit suspicious. Okay, Mika, okay. Her eyebrows are brown. It does seem like yeah, it does seem like something the East Germans will use. Minus the window. Like I you know, I get the accuracy, but also it do be looking a little German. a little too German. A specific type of German. The banners pop out. You know what? I can actually roll with that explanation for the boob window. Okay, let's not address the suspicious German looks and instead focus on the boob window. I'm not gonna say that entire string of numbers. Quiet, prisoner. It's massive objects attract light. I see. The window was supposed to distract you from the uniform. I see, so that was the play. That was the play here. I understand. What did you just call me? What were you expecting? There are only IDs here, no names or identities. Lift your shirt up, 8031. Okay. So that's why you were overheating. I can't see Loreley's expression, but I can tell from her voice that she's already immersed in her character. Don't you know? New arrivals need to undergo a full body examination. She lifts up my clothing with the handle of her whip. Okay. Don't make me remind you again. Or do I have no choice but to get physical to make you remember? Loreley pulls me closer with my clothing and trails her whip with uneven pressure across my skin. Its cold and rough texture makes one wonder about what might be next in the store. What is this writing? Mika? Mika? I did not sign up for this roleplay session. Hey, hang on. Silence. You will not speak without my express permission. Mom, this is against the UNC's penal guidelines. Putting why a guard will need something archaic such as a whip aside, I can respect someone's personal hobbies, but is it really necessary to play the part so well? No, wait, Commander, let's not put the concept of the whip aside. Let's not do that. Let's question that, actually. The writer's feeling this guy's fetish is not this guy's at all. I wonder if they went and listened to the voice actor lines afterwards. Who are you? Loreley's bombastic theatrics get a laugh out of my roommates. A shadowy prisoner in a cell not far away chuckles thinly before I can speak up for myself. Loreley is a regular on my roleplay server. Hey yo, Vasily? It's your turn, Mr. Vasily. Won't the ID do? A mocking smile remains on his face. He answers the guard politely, but his hazy gaze remains pointed in my direction. He's staring straight at me. Don't say that. Others might not know, but I am you supposed to pretend to be oblivious to? If it were not for you, Mr. Vasily, Mokosh might very well not have this prison at all. The best any prisoners will get is a deep pit. We have our own obligations to fulfill, but everyone remembers what you've done for us. Please hold on. Vasily had to listen to the noises, yeah, I can imagine. Went down the drain within 8 minutes, has to be a record. Yeah, it's all Loreley's fault. The guard helps the man named Vasily to his feet. Vasily finally emerges from the shadows, and I finally get to take a good look at him. Really now? Do you really think that I made your lives better? Leon Skelly! He remains focused on me the entire time, and I return his attention. Even as he leaves my side, I'm uncertain whether he's perceived something or not.
焦らなくてもいいわ。そのうちあなたの番も来るから。
Don't worry, it'll be your turn soon.
私の番？何の？
My turn? To do what? Loreley remains silent. She only lightly presses her finger to her lips. Far away in the darkness, some machinery screeches and shrieks, accompanied by the piercing sound of metal chains being dragged across the ground. A muffled screaming soon follows. Okay. The screaming continues for some time before it fades into the darkness. Loreley withdraws her finger with a strange smile. Work. It's so unfortunate that you can't do the thing in English that she just did. Because work is just work. It doesn't have like more syllables. Those are the sounds of work?
だからあなたも頑張って同じ声を私に聞かせるのよ。
Work hard later so I can hear the sounds you make, alright? The sounds aren't particularly vicious, but the smell in the air here is truly unsettling. They could do it with forced labor, I guess, yeah. You know, I guess it's one of those things that they don't really need to worry about since there's no English voice acting. But if there were, they will need to do like to say like forced labor or something similar if they wanted to do the little syllable by syllable thing that she did. It may be due to all the medicines, but I've been surrounded by a stinging smell ever since I set foot in this place. Like bleach mixed with pharmaceuticals and a faint hint of blood. You might not be familiar with the things here since it's your first day, but that's fine. You'll start working tomorrow. Forced labor? How long will I be here for? 15 years, maybe. That's not very funny. Anyway, judging from Miss Thea's orders, this is more like a temporary storage for you. You'll be out soon, so there's no need to worry. However, your next stop might not be any better than it is now. Loreley addresses me with the same air as a guard, and she even makes me believe that I really am being imprisoned for a moment. I've taken on a lot of escort jobs over the years, you know? I never thought that I'd be the subject of one of these jobs one day. Could you at least tell me how many hours of work I can expect per day? Maybe 3 hours? Yeah, this definitely isn't some routine that George cooked up. I take back what I said before. 15 years isn't so long. Loreley chuckles and doesn't reply. A comms terminal that doesn't belong to me or Loreley resounds as we're enjoying a little lawn. She places her finger on her lips again and gestures for silence. That is a phone, not a comms terminal. A guaranteed job for 15 years in this economy arrests me. This will be your cell from now on. Number 8031. Do your labor and get out of here early, alright? Someone called the hidden line in the prison. Likely Thea or George. I'm going to go take care of it. Get some rest before I come back to have my fun with you, Commander. Why are her eyes shining as she says that? I am terrified. Grossa and Ordred stand guard by the side of the road. Their vision is fixed on the seemingly endless tunnel before them, afraid that they'll miss something if they so much as blink. Their doubts deep down only burgeon as time passes. What if they're waiting for nothing? They spoke to DSR-50 when they lost the commander before, and now it's DSR-50 again, sending them clues about the commander's whereabouts with alternative methods instead of direct communication. Can she be trusted? Just how is the commander doing? Thankfully, their misgivings are soon put to rest. As their intel describes, an outsworn vehicle is making its way down the road. The intel's good already. It's Mokosh's outsworn. Let's have a look to see if they have the commander. Loreley is having too much bloody fun with this whole thing. She is. She absolutely is. I can't find a job in this market. Can I just go to prison instead of never pennies? Imagine though, it's like, you know, you have a roof over your head, you have a bed, you have I don't know how many meals a day, and you get work. In this economy? Give the commander back. What, Commander? I have no idea what you're talking about. Can't you see we're escorting a prisoner? Take it from me and don't cause me more problems for yourselves. Don't waste any more words on them. Check their vehicle after taking them all out. Oh no, they have the antibody machine attack. The fact that 12 is in the X armor always makes me laugh, like she really needs to be bigger than she already is. Yeah. You know, it's absolutely necessary. Just like everything DSR does. Just like everything Loreley does. Absolutely necessary for the plot. Kinda wish the exosuit took up 2 squares. That would be funny. I understand why it doesn't, since, you know, there's not really units like that. But it would be funny. It would be really funny if it did. There we go. Over here, Grossa. The fact they felt the need to mention the exosuit in the last girlfriend story event was pretty funny. Hey, we found the schematics for a cool-ass mecha, but it will take exactly 10 years to build. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. It's like, oh yeah, we had this. We found this from Shaw, but it took exactly 10 years to build. It will be fun, yeah. It will be fun to have the mech be a summon. You know, so you can either use her with a suit or without it. This is AK-15. She does not need an exosuit to be a menace. I've examined the vehicle. There's no trace of the commander. That's strange. The SR-50 said that the commander will be on this road. Who knows what interest she serves? Maybe she was the one who took away the commander. Oh, Scarlet and Swami. Looks like they found something. I love that how Grossa is like really whispery and is also speaking really fast. Like it really showcases her not good mental state. This is my bodyguard with Mastira and this is her dog Sinbreaker. Yeah. Suomi and Krolik look for more clues in Mokosh, as Grossa and Ulrich chase the intelligence that the SR-50 has provided. The search did not get off to a good start, but the Doll community support arrived in a timely manner. They made away with a considerable amount of useful intel. Let's see what they have for us. Leader Grossa, I think we got the commander's location. This current batch of intel contains a real breakthrough. What? Where? When we were sending communication requests, we got the commander's signal for just a moment. It wasn't enough to make a call, but we did manage to get the commander's location. I can't be sure how accurate it is, but the commander's signal came from underground. Underground? Is it the sewers? The call seems to be breaking up. Mokosh communications coverage isn't perfect, and the signal isn't going to be stable when we're out in the wilderness. If the commander really is underground, then it will follow that we haven't been able to get into contact. Krolik, are Mokosh sewer systems particularly developed? Now that you say that, Mokosh sewers are nearly satellite city levels of complete, even if the streets are built shoddily. This place used to be a dam, so it should follow that the sewers will be well developed. If the commander's in the sewers, then she will have been taken there immediately after being kidnapped. Lucky we still have Ulrich Grossa in a state to lead. It's true. It's really nice to see Ulrich step up to the role also. The intel we received claims that the commander appeared on the road that Ulrich and I are currently at. Suomi and Krolik discovered the complex sewer systems not long ago, but they were not aware that the commander might have been hidden underground. Any other leads, Suomi?
There's one more thing. The sewers contain more than just a sewage system. There's a tremendous underground prison.
Underground prison? A bad feeling grips Grossa and Ulrich.
Yes, except the prison is sectioned off from the rest of the sewers by a gate. One that not even we can get through. The sewers only admit entry to engineering staff too.
The news that they attempted a breakthrough already unsettles Ulrich. It's just a gate or whatever. Can you send us some support for this, leader? We're going right in. We can get through the sewers too.
It's not that easy. But if it's all true, we need to try, no matter what. We need to get the commander out as soon as possible.
Yes, I'll arrange support for you. If the intel is real, though. Grossa and Ulrich share a look. both recalling that the officer mentioned the word escort just a few moments ago.
そういえばさっき衛兵隊が護送とか言ってた。
So, this road we're on
もしかしてこの辺りに
leads straight to the prison.
あるのか？キャロリック、あなたは
Krolik, search the sewers immediately with Swami. I will go to the prison with Ulrich. They better not be doing anything to the commander.
I don't know about that.
If the commander is hurt,
Yeah, we're past the summer minigame. I did the stages that I had to do and I'm done.
If the commander is hurt,
クローザー、しっかりしろ。
Grossa, get a grip.
ソミ、地下監獄と下水道に関する
Swami,
情報は
do you have any other
他にないか？
intel about the prison and sewers? Only some unpleasant rumors. How bad can they be? Isn't it all just stuff about what? How all of the people in the prison are traitors, rebels, and whatever? Everyone here says that nothing good will come of associating with them. Oh, something a bit scary comes to mind.
Something a bit scarier? Having already spent several days in prison, my fellow inmate, whom I had only had the chance to speak to once, still maintained a distance from me. I had tried to find a few topics of conversation to fish for intel, but my efforts proved unsuccessful. Until just now, whether it was my dog persistence that finally wore him down, or simply a genuine interest in the underground prison rumors I shared, he finally became willing to converse a little with me. For once, he looked straight at me. When not conversing with me, he retires to the shadows, drawing his schematics. It is only now that I clearly see his always overcast face in all its thin bleakness. He is the spitting image of an exiled man with his untrimmed hair and beard. His eyes carry despair and self-depreciation in equal measure, like a man who has truly accepted an existence here and become part of the darkness. No one has ever been released from this prison. He quickly shows me how true the rumor is. You're telling me about this already. If you want intel, you better show me something in return. It appeared that my attempt to strike up a conversation over the last few days had made him aware of my goals. The fact that he's willing to chat means that I might make some headway yet. I get the feeling that this isn't the first time you've been in a place like this, considering how calm you are. You could say that. The guard told me that this is just a temporary storage for me. How does it feel to be merchandise? Not so bad with only 3 hours of work a day. That's what the guard told me too. It's been more than a year by now. I don't think I'm getting out before I die. Really? I believe what they said about the temporary part though. The price tag on me is still considerable. Considering that I am an internationally wanted criminal, there's surely a hefty bounty on my head. Not that this is anything to be proud of at a time like this. Something changes in his eyes when I say the word price. More than the value you can produce for that guy here? High enough for him to spare your life? Creating value for George cost your life? Vasily begins to guffaw. No spy from George will say that. Looks like you came in here without knowing a thing. You're not a local, are you? Do I look like I'm from around here? I look down at my garb, but he only smiles and shakes his head.
そうじゃない。
Not at all, but that's not the reason. His eyes in the darkness focus once more, turning on me as if to see right through me.
私はこの監獄にいる全員のことを知っている。
I know every single person in this prison
君のことは
except
知ら
you.
ない。
牢屋にもコネが必要なの？
What?
面白い
Do I need contacts to get locked up? Mokosh Sur is an interesting place.
あまり深入りしない方がいい。
I'd advise you
君
not
が
to
何
involve
のため
yourself
に
in
モ
this
コシに来
mess.
たのかは知らないが、
Whether you're a broker
モ
or
コ
a
シは決
wanted
して君
criminal,
の思っているような場
Mokosh
所
has
じゃ
no
ない。
place for you. This is a place where law rules with an iron fist.
逃げられるんなら逃げた方がいい。
Get all what you can. Nothing's more important than living to see tomorrow.
それはできないわね。
Unfortunately,
ジョージのやってる
I
ことは
can't do
見過
that.
ごせない。
I caught wind of his clandestine dealings in his factory, so I can't just leave it alone. As expected, Vasily's usual nonchalant expression shakes somewhat when I mention the factory. If Loreley was truthful on the way here, Vasily went his separate ways with George because of this matter. If he managed to remain calm, then that would be worth of suspicion.
ジョージはただの圧政者じゃない。
Surely you don't think that George is some generic, greedy slave driver, do you?
まだまだ可愛い方だよ。
Do you think he merely subjects prisoners to forced labor? That he'd be satisfied abusing residents with exorbitant taxes and death traps like some commonplace villain? This is the first time I've seen his emotions shift so drastically, but that wavering soon gives way to a feeling I'm familiar with. A complex mix of resignation and helplessness. He lets his hands drop to his sides, as if he'd given up the fight.
ジョージには大きな後ろ盾がいる。
So what if I know?
あいつもただ操られて
George
いる
has
だ
aligned
けだ。
himself with backers that you cannot possibly
何を
imagine.
したところで、モコシの未来は変えられない。
Even if he is a mere chess piece in their plans. No matter what I choose, I won't be able to change the future of Mokosh.
抗うだけ無駄だよ。
Simply resisting is
兵
futile.
隊を見ただろう。
You've seen his outsworn, haven't you?
全員ジョージに
Those who
籠
have
絡さ
something
れ
to
た
gain
奴
from
だ。
him gather
財団からの支援も
those who
受
have
けて
something to gain from him gather beneath his banner and swear their allegiance en masse. They even have the support of corporations. Yeah, he kinda generic, man.
我々に
You're
あれに
gassing
対
him
抗
up
す
too
る
much,
力
Vasily.
はない。
This is not a power that can be overcome with simple numbers. We have never lacked for supporters, for the approval and support of the people. None of that means anything in the face of absolute force. Vasily passes me something through a gap in the bars.
鍵？
Pretty old looking key.
君が何者なのかは知らないが、
I don't know who you are,
それを使っ
but
て
you can
逃
use
げて
this to leave this place. I think back to the way the guard spoke to Vasily. He appears to be well respected here, but even so, having a key is unthinkable. I start getting suspicious. Why does Vasily stay here?
なんでこんなものを？
You have a key.
おかしいか。ここのロックは全部
It is
私
so
が設計
strange.
したものだ。
Every lock here was designed by me. You think I can't make keys?
私はただ自分の意志でここ
I
に
just want to tell you that I'm staying here by choice. No matter what,
私の故郷だ。
Mokosh is my home. I think back to what Loreley brought up.
そのバシルももともとは
Vasily,
モコシの管理者だった
from
の。
what you're saying, he used to be one of Mokosh administrators as
道
well.
理でいろいろと違和感があったわけ
No
ね。
wonder I always felt something was off during our operations in the city earlier.
どう見てもジョージがやりそう
That
なこと
unfinished
じゃないから。
infrastructure wasn't George's style at all.
もう全部昔のことよ。
That's all in the past.
今の彼が
It's hard to say if he will be of use to you
力にな
now.
るかどうかは。
Even with ideas still in his heart and keys in his hand, he consigned himself to the position of prisoner. I cannot just stand by with the bitter regret I see in him. Perhaps I can find a way to light the embers that remain and help him regain his edge. This is something I want to do at this moment.
バシル、
I've heard about you, Vasily.
あなたは昔モコシを導く立場にいた
Mokosh's
こと
future
を
was
知
once
ってい
in
る。
your hands,
そんな人が今こんな場所で
but you
腐って
rather
ていい？
rot here in the sewers than go up and fight against George. He remains silent for a moment before laughing bitterly.
何とでも言うがいい。
Think what you will.
抗っても無駄な犠牲が
Futile resistance only creates meaningless sacrifice.
本当にこのままでいいの？
What are you waiting for
ジョー
then?
ジが両親に目覚め
That
て
George finds his humanity one day and realizes you're... I don't get the rest of it out. I realize that I'm only letting out my frustrations, even if some of these does line up with Vasily's reality. Why are they putting this song, man? He doesn't deserve to be on the receiving end of these words, though. The true target of my anger is none other than myself. I have felt despair over my own deeds many times too. Once you discover a shadowy archipelago, impenetrable darkness will have already formed a web between them all. The idea of choice is simply to lie to oneself.
今の私にできることはない。
I am not so naive. This is all I can do.
せいぜい設備のメンテナンスをして事故を減らす。
Even if my elevators will only ever be used for cargo, I can at least make them safer.
それでみんなの安全を守る
Even if I
のな
can
ら
only light up precious few streets, I might be able to stop some accidents.
エンジニアとしては正しいことだけど
As an engineer, that's a good
指
way to
導者と
think.
してはダメよ。
As an administrator, though, I think you ought to know.
設備が整った分だけ
If you make
それを
elevators,
利用する者が
they'll
増え
be
る。
dragged away to other work.
その旨味を知ったやつは
If you make
さ
elevators,
らにその欲望
people
を
will
増
be
す。
dragged away to other work.
あなたの行いは結局ジョージを
If you
助け
light
る
up
だ
the
けよ。
streets, people will be made to move along faster.
言われなくたってわかる。
I don't need you to tell me.
それでも
Even so,
私にで
I
き
don't
る
have
ことはない
anything else I can do. There's nothing I can achieve.
何もできないんだ。
For once, he seems to reveal some other emotions. I see a trace of his true self in his mad words. I can help him. I can help them. I only came here seeking economic cooperation, but the residents here remain in dire straits. The tentacles of the corporations still have them in their clutches, and my conscience won't allow me to leave them in their predicament. This is not a decision I made on the spur of the moment. The people here, like that guard, still trust Vasily, even if they're aware of the control George has. With precise strikes from the Elmos dolls and Loreley's reinforcements, the fight may not be so hopeless.
いいえ、あなたにはできるわ。
No, you can do it. I throw the key back at him. I have no need of such things, and the one who has more need of a key is Vasily, not me. The true prison that binds him is far tougher to break through than the bars of this underground prison. There is nothing more laughable than self-imposed exile. It makes no amends and changes nothing that has happened. It only serves to cover everything up, soothing one's anxious heart with feigned blindness.
私に何ができるというのだ。
I can... What?
あなたはモコシに選択肢を与えることができる。
You can give Makosh the chance to choose.
新しい道を示すことができる。
You can show them a new
それが
path,
ジョージとは違う道
no
だ
matter how many times it takes.
みんなに教えることができる。
Tell them that this city doesn't have to bend to George's will.
自分についてくれば
So long as they trust you,
進めると信じ
you
さ
can
せることが
continue down
で
that
きる。
road.
それは素晴らしいな。
I will clap for you.
だが
But even if George
もう
doesn't
人
kill me,
が死ぬのはごめんだ。
I'd rather not see my people be mowed down.
そうならないためにも
That doesn't need to
私に
happen.
教えてほしい。この町のこととジョージの衛兵隊のことを
Let's have a chat, you and me.
地形や敵の数や装備
I need to know about the city's topography and how much the Otsor have in the way of manpower and equipment.
君は
You
一体何者なんだ。
just... Who are you? I'd rather not answer him. I'd rather not answer him. For someone like him, something solid to lean up. Okay, thank you. Yeah, they were having some parallel character arc there. It was great! Thank you for showing me that game. Oh, we have a story note now. We have 2 story notes. Back to back. Okay, okay. So before then, we're gonna take a little break. It's a short break for me to go refill my water. Go to the bathroom probably. You guys let down the text speed in the setting. Could be. Is someone help with the last part? Mayhaps. But yeah, quick water break, hydration break. I'll BRB. I'm back. Sorry, that took me longer than expected. I stumbled onto... My sister was gifted like a little tomato plant, I think it is. And it wilted. But she still keeps it around, and I was looking at it and I'm just like, is it possible to bring it back? And I stare at it like, is it still possible to bring it back? And I'm just kind of watching it, move it somewhere else. I'm like, maybe if it gets more air. I'm just like... We have the technology. It is, finally enough, a tomato plant. I think. How to cure... Oh, it might be something else, but I mean, I'm not sure. I will need to ask her. Anyway, I'll ask her to be sure, and then we will see if maybe I can bring it back to life. It just makes me really sad to see like all dead and wilted. Like we have the technology. We can do it, I believe. Maybe because she didn't move it, like, you know, it was given to her in one of those little plastic pots, like the same ones when you buy plants at like a store, and she kept it there. I don't know about plants, man. So probably we should buy some easy to care plant. We need it. We lack plants in this household. Mostly because we have nowhere to keep them because Reggie eats them. Reggie just eats any plant. Like whenever I walk her, I have to keep her away from the lavender plant because I mean lavender is bad for cats, but like she'll go for it. She do love her veggies. Meanwhile, Isu... But actually, I don't think Reggie goes for the lavender. He probably goes for like some of the plants growing around it. Isu though... Isu has no survival instincts. Like, you know, I made myself some bulldog for lunch. And I got on myself like... a Monster energy drink, but like the ones that are like coffee flavor, because I like them. Just because I felt like it. I'm like, oh yeah. Sometimes I crave like Monster. And you know, Reggie will literally, you know, will like sniff the ramen, you know, sniff the spice. And just walk away, and then the same with the Monster. Right now, you know, I had it there on the table while I was playing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna bring them to the kitchen once I finish playing to start streaming. And Isu goes, smells the empty ramen pot, and starts licking it. And I'm like, no, it's spicy. So I take it away. You know, I take the pot away to the kitchen. And then I turn around and he's licking on my monster can. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, don't do that. He truly is an orange cat at heart. Let him leave. He will literally die. He's so funny. He's so stupid. he's so dumb. We love him. Yeah, he has a survival instinct of a potato. Real and true. Pure heart, the Mobas just like me. Yeah, that's Isu. That's my baby boy. We adopted him. Also, I'm starting to get convinced because when we adopted him, he was already like 1 year old. I'm convinced he grew up around dogs. I'm getting more and more convinced that he grew up around dogs. Not for the stupid part, but I mean also because of it. But you know, he doesn't have many cat behaviors. He has gotten more cat behaviors now after like a year or more of living with us and having Ray around. But like, you know how cats... No, he doesn't bark. But he does do a weird meow in which like he opens like his entire mouth and like does this little movement with his head. So, you know, that might be part of it also. And he does this weird meow and like, as I said, he opens his entire mouth. Like an ass sound, yeah. And you know how cats usually walk with like their tails up? I mean, when they're comfortable at home. Yeah, he's part dog. You know, Isu took forever to start doing that, even once he got used to being home. He will like very rarely put his tail up. Even before eating. And he does also a lot of like switching his tail from side to side. Not like super fast. And he's also very... I don't know if this is just because he's male and Reggie is female, but he's very rough when playing. Not to the point of hurting her still, you know, they haven't really hurt each other. But he gets rough to the point she actually starts like hissing and clawing at him. That's more a male thing? Yeah, that's what I figure also. A lot of chasing too, but I know cats do that as well. Chasing each other around. But also the way he eats. Because, you know, he'll do this thing. Especially when I give them kibble, it's noticeable. Because Ray will like pick a single kibble and eat it. Like one by one. Isu just opens his mouth and grabs as many as he can. He's like, arm. So yeah, I'm starting to suspect that he grew up around dogs. He's getting more cat-like now. Like, only now he's starting to actually, like, you know, lay on the floor. Oh, also, he does let us... Oh no, he's definitely autistic. He does let us touch his tummy when he lies. You know, usually cats, like, lie on their back and start, like, acting cute. But if you touch their tummy, then they kill you. He does not do that. he actually lets you touch the tummy. I know some cats do it, but you know, adding to everything else, I'm like, suspicious. Suspicious. Also, he's not graceful at all. To like jump into places. But that might just be because he's chunky. But it's so funny. It's so funny because Reggie will jump onto like shelves and things without dropping a single thing. And then if Isu does it, he use bumps with everything. But anyway, enough about my cats. Let's get back to reading. Afterglow and rebirth. The afterglow of old has not yet faded, and a newborn covenant has blossomed on the scorched earth.
Where is this place?
The deeper into the seawards they proceed, the more pungent the smells become. The scent of bleach and pharmaceuticals emerge, and it elicits a strange sense of cleanliness. I didn't read well into the settings. Next one.
Do we really need to go this far in to do maintenance?
Who goes there? The guard's voice interrupts Meiling's worried inquiry, making her yelp with surprise. It's fine, Meiling. Dr. White gestures to Meiling to relax, unhurriedly producing his documents. I am Dr. White, engineer of the 11th Bureau providing relief in Makosh. Here are my documents. This is my assistant, Meiling Shen, an engineer of the 11th Bureau. You say yes, Meiling. The words Dr. White uses make Meiling think back to the argument with the commander, but she wisely shuts her mouth in front of the guard. Oh, I remember you. You provided support to Makosh many times before. The guard still appears to have no intention of letting them through. It's been my honor. How is your daughter doing? I remember that she quite enjoyed watching our fieldwork. She... The guard lowers his head to an angle where his expression is no longer visible. He immediately changes the topic and ends the chit-chat. Sir, please, don't make things any more difficult for us. A lot has happened around here recently. We're on high alert. I don't intend to be a nuisance. I have little interest in the prison itself. I'm only here to see Vasily. It hasn't been just Vasily recently. There are others too. Mr. George has ordered us to be especially alert. I have no weapons on me. I'm a normal engineer. And the same goes for this young lady here. It's not my first visit here, you know that. I've never been out of line before, have I? The guard studies Dr. White and Mei Ling and falls deep into thought. That's true. Dr. White extends his hand in a submissive gesture. If you'd like, you can lock me up too and make me his cellmate. So funny.
What are you saying?
Absolutely not. Mokosh owes you a great debt. And, well, the same goes for Mr. Vasily. The guard appears to finally give in, and he nods his head. Never mind. Please come in. However, his expression becomes quite troubled. I'll have only 5 minutes, right? It's good that we understand each other. Excuse me then. The gate separating the greater sewers and the prison slowly opens. Dr. White passes a small package to the guard. I hear from Vasily that your daughter is still suffering from elite. This is... The guard's eyes widen in surprise. Elite vaccines are counted among the most desirable items in all yellow zones. It is easy enough to tell from his expression that this is still absolutely true, even in Mokosh. Why? Vasily wanted me to bring you this. Your daughter is adorable. I hope to see her holding a wrench again one day. Besides, this isn't a bribe. You already let me in, haven't you? The guard's mask trembles as his tears moisten it. Alright, we need to make the best of our time. Dr. White pats the guard's back, and he crosses the boundary with Mei Ling. Just before the gate closes, the guard can be seen remaining at his station behind them, his shoulders shaking uncontrollably. Oh, meanwhile... Look at me. Loreley lifts my chin up with her hand. She's been rather fond of doing this recently, but I can't help but feel an odd sense of humiliation. It may just be because I find myself in prison. Your hands are overheating again. Is this really so stimulating for you? This heat is meant to be a secret weapon I very recently acquired. It's a price I pay for acquiring significant computing power in an instant. Phrasing indeed. But I'm the one who should be complaining, Commander. I started overheating like this even without going through any battles or extended fieldwork after reuniting with you, you know? What's going on here? You interfere with my operation more than viruses do. I'd like you to take responsibility. Did you just hear that? Still drawing up schematics, Vasily? Before Loreley's other hand makes contact with me, a familiar voice rings through the prison. I make a shushing motion, asking Loreley to remain silent so we can listen in on the situation. What's the excuse Loreley is using to get into a cell?
Sensei,
It's you. Two thoroughly unexpected visitors arrive in the prison. Mailing, whom I haven't seen for several days, and that engineer from the 11th Bureau.
やれやれ。少しは自分のことにも気をかけなさい。
You haven't been taking care of yourself. A light sigh comes from outside Vasily's cell. These two uninvited guests have obviously not come for me. If Mei has been occupied with work underground recently, then it's very likely that she doesn't even know that I've been locked up here.
どうしてここに
What is someone like you here for? Vasily hurriedly puts down his pencil, stands up and reservedly ties up the shoddy garb on his person. The man who had whatever he pleased on the ground and spoke to me about strange things now begins to watch his manners, like a student before their teacher.
楽にするといい。
Relax, there's no need for that.
こんな場所だから。
I still remember when you were positively glowing.
ないだろう。
I recognized you from a mile away.
Eh? Is this the person responsible for the prosperity of Mokosh and its surroundings that you mentioned?
Mailing appears surprised at the sight of Vasily as he is now.
その後に何を教えたんですか
You... is that how you think of me?
メイリン。こいつには何も言うなよ。
Shh, Mailing, don't tell him.
褒められると調子に乗
If
る
he found out that I said these things about him, he'd be muttering about it to himself for days. There is no pride on Vasily's face as he hears it from Dr. White. His eyelids droop with disappointment, like a miscreant caught in the act.
確かに私は調子に乗ってました
I don't deserve to govern Mokosh.
なんだい。
What's
あの
wrong?
頃はモコシを
Didn't you
変え
tell
る
me
と
all excited that you were going to make life better for everyone here?
ジョージは私を
George lied to me.
いや
No,
全員を
he
騙
lied
して
to
た
everyone.
ワクチンのことかい。
You mean the business with the vaccines?
どうせちゃんとしたワクチ
He
ン
never
なんかではな
intended to prepare real vaccines for
気分が
anyone.
楽になるような麻薬でも
The factory
作ってた
only
のだろう。
produces medication that induces comforting delusions.
知っていたんですか
How do you know? I've never spoken about this to you.
詳しいところまではいかなくとも
If Mokosh could achieve self-sufficiency with vaccines, the guard who's been watching over you for so long would not have reacted how he did. Mokosh's prosperity is just an illusion, right? It's not nearly as well off as it seems.
But Mokosh doesn't appear to be troubled by elite. To be too troubled by elite.
感染された人はジョージにこっそり処理
The infected are taken care of en masse by
それ
George.
でも
But even
この
so,
町は人口が増
the
えてい
city's
く一方
population
だ
increases. Do you know why this is the
わかる
case?
か
Mei-Ling shakes her head.
人間なんてイエローエリアでは
Because the
一番
yellow
価値の
zones
ない
have
もの
no
だ
lack of people.
見た目さえ取り繕えば人なんて
If
い
you
くら
make
で
the
も
outside
群がっ
look
て
like
き
it's
て
flourishing,
養分になってく
there
れ
will always be people flocking in, willingly becoming fuel for the fire.
それで君はこんなとこ
So
ろ
you
に
chose to sit here and
引きこもっている
watch?
の
That familiar mocking expression appears on Vasily's face again.
引きこもるだけならこんなところじゃなくてもいい
If I
の
had
で
really
すか
done that, I wouldn't be locked up here.
私は何度も
Ever since our first argument because of all this, I've tried many, many things.
だからもうこれ以上は
So many that I no longer believe that I will succeed.
後悔しているのかい
Do you regret what you did?
後悔はしていません
I have never regretted anything I did for Mokosh. I was once one of the leaders here, and it was my duty to protect the city and its people.
リーダーとしてみんなを守り
As a
みん
leader,
なも
it is only natural that I protect
私
my
のことを
tribe.
信じていました
What regret should I feel for something so natural and reasonable? The people of Mokosh trusted me, and I gave my all in return.
でも
But
結局私は
it's a shame that I did not live up to that trust. My resistance only ended in failure after failure.
自業自得です
This is what I deserve.
うぬぼれるなよ。
Boy, you're getting ahead of yourself.
私は
I...
バシル、君には信念
Vasily,
がある。
you've always been
誠実さ
sincere,
がある。
honest, and
善
kind.
良さもある。
You've always had ideals and principles on your side.
ただ、それらを現実にする
What you
力
need
がない
is
だ
power
けだ。
that can turn ideals into reality.
力ですか。
Do you mean firepower? As something seems to come to mind, Vasily smiles bitterly with a lower head.
力自体に善悪はない。
At least you can figure it out
そ
for
れを
yourself.
正しく使えるかどうか
It's just
が
like when you
大
put
事だ。
yourself into building that machine
間
that
違った使い方を
it's,
すれば
it's just like when you put yourself into building that machine that will protect everyone.
しかし正しく使えば
It may look intimidating, but you mustn't fear controlling it. You need to make sure that you use it adequately and that it doesn't fall into the hands of the wrong people.
大事な人たちを守れるようになる。
That's the way you protect your people.
正しく使え
Use it
ば
adequately. The hands of the wrong people. Vasily mutters to himself, the second the words in his mind as a problem that has troubled him for ages slowly unravels. His eyes focus on the familiar face in front of him as he thinks back to his time studying at the 11th Bureau. Countless times, complex issues before him will be brushed away with his mentor's help. And this time he is only an inch away from finally solving this problem. The excitement from reclaiming his hope ignites a long missing fire within him deep down, and it combines with the sense of urgency from being only one step away. It is only now that he notices the fresh face next to Dr. White.
ああ、すみません。そういえばこちらのお嬢さん
Oh,
は
apologies. Might I ask who this is?
今更かい？
Have you finally noticed?
いやその助手だと
I
思い
had
ました
assumed
けど
it was your assistant as before, but this is a new face to me.
新人だよ。
She's a rookie.
名は新名。
Mei Ling Shen,
そのうち
engineer of the Leon
第
Bureau,
11
and my
局に来てくれ
temporary assistant. Did Mei Ling already agree to join them?
ちょっと待ってください。私まだ Do we really need to keep saying that? We might stick it in already. I haven't decided if I want to join yet.
I felt to hold it in after hearing Mei Ling's reply.
それはメイリンが決めることでしょ。
Wait,
勝手に話を
wasn't
進
the
め
idea
ない
that
でほし
Mei
い
Ling
わ
will decide for herself? My voice gives Mei Ling a jump. She looks at Dr. White, shock written all over her face.
幻聴ですか? Am I hearing things? Or do I just miss the commander too much? なんか指揮官の声がした気がしますが I could sort of just hear the commander's voice.
エルモ号にあるミーチューは後でいただくから心配しなくて
You
いい
still
わ。
have 3 bottles of wine over at my place, Mei Ling. I'm going to drink them all at the moment I get back. Mei Ling spins in place and follows the sound. She finally sees me after turning around.
嫌ですよ勝手に飲まないでください No way! 指揮官本当に指揮官です It really is the commander! The commander's real! The commander's in jail! Yippee!
As if she's forgotten all about how we first separated, Mei Ling rushes up to me and crouches down in front of my cell. She tries to reach in and touch me. It's obviously impossible, so I continue to sit still on the ground.
私が独房に入れられているのがそんなに嬉しいわけ？
Excited at the sight of me being locked up, are you?
いいえただ No, it's just that I haven't seen you in so long.
Her eyes begin to glisten with tears.
なんで泣いてるの？
It hasn't even been a few
もしかし
days.
て第11
Why are you
局の仕事
crying?
が気に入らなかった？
Is work at 11 Bureau really that rough? Not even I can remain unmoved at the sight of this expression on Mei Ling's face. I stand up, passing a handkerchief I have on hand to Mei Ling through the bars.
いいえそんなこ No, not at all. Their work's very relaxed. Much easier than on the Elmo. No overtime, there's all the wine I could want.
She doesn't take my offer at all, rejecting the idea of taking the handkerchief off me. She latches into the bars with 2 hands, drying her tears on my hand holding the handkerchief. I turn to Dr. White for help at this bizarre sight, but he only smiles.
うちはホワイトだからね。
Don't look at me. I treat my employees fairly.
寂しかったのかな。
The daily working hours are only 70% of the legal mandate, too. She might have just missed you too much. Dr. White joins our conversation very naturally, completely unsurprised by the sight of me behind bars. In combination with him being willing to bring mailing, someone new to the place, I start thinking that his grasp of the situation might be more comprehensive than I imagined. It is easy enough to see that mailing isn't doing so bad under his wing either. I can't be sure, but I could swear that her face was getting a little chubbier.
No. No way. No. I will never be someone who only makes me do overtime. Someone who says all sorts of things to drive me away and doesn't care at all about where I go.
Is that how mailing sees me? Still, to be rubbing up against me while saying that. What an adorable creature. Why are you treating her like a creature?
メリー、少し誤解があるかもしれないけど。
Mailing, there might be a few misunderstandings between us. Before I can finish what I'm saying, Mailing suddenly distances herself from the bars a little, most likely remembering the events from a few days earlier. She tries to hold her emotions at bay, and I put the handkerchief aside.
I just didn't think. You know, it's only been a few days and you're already in jail. What was it that you did this time?
Wait, it's not the first time this happens with Mailing present? Why is she so unsurprised? I came into contact with the factory. That alone probably does it.
それと高値をつけられているんだろ
You're also high up on George's price list. Was that not enough for you? Vasily interjects very naturally. After spending the last few days together here, he's much calmer than he was when we first met.
商人とかでもなさそうだから
Even I'm getting curious about you, really.
外では指名
You don't look like someone in the business, but you fetch a considerable price. You aren't actually wanted international or something, are you? Oh. Funny story.
それだったらジョージもきっといいねでファルベンに売りたいのだろ
If that were true, George would probably be contacting FABN right now. If they wanted it, you'd be shipped over right quick. They must not want it very much then, with how much time has passed. They wouldn't be so inefficient if they did.
交渉が少し難航しているだけの可能性もある
Or maybe George is negotiating the deal.
But you must have had it rough in prison, didn't you, Commander?
Worry is written all over Mailing's face.
いやむしろ楽しんでいたようにも
No need to worry, she's barely suffered a moment in here. Rather, I wager she's been getting rather immersed.
あら、もしかして私のこと？
Oh, maybe you're referring to me. Loreley, who has been standing beside me the entire time, finally speaks up.
よくここまで喋らなかったわね。
You sure held your silence for a while.
指揮官の命令だもの。
I'm just following my orders from the commander. Are you just permanently wearing that dress under everything you put on?
やっぱりか
I knew it was going to be like this. As I was saying, she's a solid person. Except for her weird obsession with having her little fun with the guard. It's no wonder that she doesn't want to leave. No, I think you're getting it. I mean, it's the other way around. It's Loreley, the one that has been having fun.
指揮官
いえ、そうじゃないわ。これは潜入に必要な演技
Wait,
だったわけ
wait.
で。
It's not what you think. I'm only here for the sake of working towards cooperation with Makosh. Vasily spreads his hands, communicating an unspoken understanding. The typically commonplace gesture irks me for some indescribable reason. Dr. White sighs at the sight of Vasily's response. He shakes his head.
バシル、もしかして気づいていないの
Vasily,
かね
have you not found out yet?
何ですか？
What is it?
君の必要としている力が
The firepower you're missing might be right by your side already. Dr. White turns to me, and Vasily appears to realize something. His eyes immediately fill with an enthusiasm I've never seen before, as if he has finally come upon an answer to a conundrum. His excitement soon shifts into firmness and trust. It makes me think about the kind of spirited and idealistic engineer he must have been 10 years ago. The answer has always been here, and you finally discover it. Now, all you must do is fill in the blanks of the question. Behind his certainty and gratitude, I can see an unyielding resolve. I'm pretty sure it's a resolve. I'm gonna try what I think was Aki said about slowing down the text speed. Let's lower it by 10 and see. Someone got a skin. Speaking of a skin, how many pink thingies do I have? Where are they again? I need to open these things. Or at least the ones that have random. Are any of these random? No. I never know which ones to pick. Okay. Where's the... Oh, here. 7. Okay. Wanted to see if I had enough for... Ah. Okay. Let's see how it'll be now. Let me just quickly check Discord. Okay, never mind. I have a ton of messages. She wanted to check that nothing was my sister. Okay, thermal dumping. A dramatic reaction has released to store energy in a burst of light and heat. Okay. The cell doors are completely opened, and Vasily and I regain our freedom. Vasily almost stumbles as he steps out of his cell due to how long he's been shackled.
大丈夫。
Seriously.
自分で歩ける。
Lorelei sees this and approaches me with a smile. I feel her breath on my shoulder.
指揮官は手を貸しましょうか
Commander, do you need a hand?
私は大丈夫よ。
I'm not that weak.
意外と礼儀正しいお嬢さんじゃないか。
So she can be polite, huh?
これって脱獄ですか？
Is this a jailbreak?
Yes, mailing.
違う。
No.
違うな。
Nah.
メイリンと私は違うが、
For
こ
them,
の二
yes.
人は脱獄だな。
それじゃ私は脱獄の共犯じゃないですか。
Am I not a criminal then?
一応時間外労働だから残業手当は。
For you, this will be unscheduled work that counts as overtime. I'll pay you triple for this time.
じゃあ脱獄の共犯でいいです。
Please count me in then.
We arrive at the interrogation room. We'll be able to see the remaining cells on the other side once we pass this point. A single guard sits outside the interrogation room. He reacts with surprise at the sight of Vasily and Dr. White approaching together, before he nods and makes way for the two. Vasily pauses before the door.
どうしたの？
What is it?
いや、最後に防護
It's
服をチェッ
nothing.
クした方がいいと思って。
I just wanted to remind you to check your PPE again.
大丈夫。防護服の扱いには慣れて
Relax.
いるわ。
I'm more familiar with this stuff than you are. You have no idea what I've been through. Vasilis cancels, making sure that we're properly equipped. He stands before the door, and the look in his eyes as he turns around is unspeakably painful.
これを見たら、もう後戻りはできない。
Must you really look?
今さら何を言う。指揮官も
Cooperation is
その
based
つ
on
もり
mutual
で
trust.
ついてきたのだろう。
The commander has revealed the situation to you without reservation. Are you still going to hold things back?
ええ。ジョージが一体何をしているの
With
か。
what we know now, we still can't quite grasp what George is really doing.
そうか。
Alright then.
それ、
Oh, sorry. Vasily keys in the password and opens the door. Behind the door is a scene that can only be described as hellish. Without a doubt, everyone detained here is suffering from Elid. They're confined in small pens and kept alive with automatic feeders. Many of the people there are almost completely covered in collapsed crystals.
メリー、下がって。
Get back, Mailing. I instinctively reach out to shield Mailing's eyes.
ローレライ、メリーを頼むわ。
Lorelei, take care of Mailing for me.
何をするの
What are you planning?
ダメだ、戻れ。
Come back!
だけど、
But
そんなことをしても、彼らを助け
if
る
you
こと
go
は
in
で
there
きな
now,
い。
the odds of these people surviving will only decrease.
まずは、ジョージを止めることだ。
We can only truly save them by stopping George. Vasily quickly closes the door to hell. Things quieten down again, and the ghastly sight from a moment ago disappear like a bad dream. We all wisely remain silent, still recovering from what we just witnessed. The air remains stiff until I speak up.
バシル、 さっきのはもしかして
What is all of this?
前に言っていた
The alien infected people you mentioned before were all locked up here? I think back to what he said previously.
そのここでエリートの治療
Are they being treated here?
No, I don't think so, Mailing.
そんなまさかジョージはそんな
George
ことを
will
する
never
わけ
be
な
so
い
kind-hearted.
ワクチンがなくても
So this is why George
感
has
染者
little
を
care for
母子に迎え入れ
vaccines,
ているのは
but still accepts virus infected
こ
in
のためな
Mokosh?
のジョージは一体何を
Just what is he planning?
コーラプスクリスタルだよ
It's easy
そ
enough.
れが金になると
Processed collapsed crystals are valuable goods, and that's what he's after. Ah, I see.
末期患者を狙うハンターがいるのだろう
George is thinking of using these people as an inexhaustible source of collapsed crystals.
ただジョージはこうやって効率的
There
にク
wouldn't
リス
be
タ
so
ルを
many
集
people
め
who
て
risk their lives to hunt late-stage alien infected in the yellow zones if they weren't so valuable.
だけどエリート患者
As far as I know,
は
however,
Those are rare cases. Most subjects expire far before.
ああジョージもそれを分かって
Yes,
いる
I've said the same
でも
before,
気にしないんだ
but he cares little for it.
数さえあれば
He thinks that with enough
どうとでもなる
numbers,
と思ってい
he'll
る
get the results he wants. He's harvesting the crystal from them like someone shears a ship. Yeah! P! Collapsed crystal is a renewable energy source. Yippee! Infinite money hack.
自分が死んだら
Many who are infected willingly put the remains of the line in deals with various organizations in exchange for their family's safety.
私も聞いたことがある
私からしたらほとんど意味のないことだ
If you ask me, this is all
コーラプスクリ
meaningless.
スタルの生成を
The processing costs of these crystals are far greater than the value they provide. I warned him over and over again that with the current R&D and manpower in the yellow zones, proper collapsed crystal production is nothing more than a dream. What he's doing here is pure cruelty and little else. Evidently, the unthinkable has become reality at this point.
ジョージ本人はずっと
George's reasoning was this. Any lucrative business comes with great risks and costs. At the same time, people in the yellow zones are no cost at all. Yellow zones have no lack of people. I struggled to assemble a proper sentence in my anger. I draw deep breaths and I try to settle my emotions. Loreley takes my hand in hers, trying to comfort me how she can.
人手なしが何を言う
Even if it could work, there should be a million other reasons why not to do it. Yeah! The most glaring reason being human exploitation. He's clearly the most inhuman thing in all the yellow zones.
人の命は決して勝
I
利
don't care what
原
George
材料じゃ
thinks,
ない
but those are people in there. They're someone's children, parents, and friends, not merchandise or guinea pigs.
もともとクリスタル生成法の
He recently
研究は
accepted a proposal of
行き詰まってい
mine
た
to improve the conditions of these people using my designs.
ジョージの性格的にここまで粘るのも
I thought the expenses of
変な話だ
research
と
and
思
crystal
っていた
processing would have tired him out already. But this whole business has been so strange. With his disposition, he should have given up long ago.
もしかしたら君を売ればまた資金が
I
入
think he
るから
discovered your identity early on too. The idea to sell you off for money must have sprung up in his head.
たくましすぎてヘドが出るわね
He really doesn't abandon any opportunity to make money, huh? A solely profit-driven man like George may be ruthless, but he wouldn't invest in something with no returns. Who is prompting him to gather the infected together? Does he have goals we're not aware of? An idea suddenly comes to mind.
バシル
That's right, Vasily.
あの製薬工場で作られている
What
薬は
exactly is
何
being produced in his pharmaceutical
エ
factory?
ウティスに似ているけど
It's similar to
完全に同
Erdis,
じというわけ
but
で
it
もな
isn't
かった
quite the same thing.
それがコーラプスクリスタ
Do
ル
you
と
think they're
関係あ
tied to the
ると思っている
crystals?
のかい
見ただけでここに捕まえられてきたからね。
He seems pretty adamant on keeping it a secret after all. Vasily shakes his head. Are you actually saying William out loud? That's what Gears Frontline will do to you. Damn, it sounded like a true villain once again was capitalism. Vasily shakes his head. I don't know. Those meds are being used as a special supply of earlies, but George found out before I could get to the bottom of it. I had no more freedom of movement after that. Many people chose to follow me because they believe in me. In the end, Vasily turns toward the door again. His voice trembles. That's why I told you. Those who enter this prison never leave. I can't fail again. It's not that I don't want to fight back, and it's not that I don't want to accept your support. I will give my life to see this battle won, but I just can't let those who believe in me. Is that why you willingly let yourself rot away here? Or what was the cause of the agreement you came to? He remained silent. George held Mokush hostage, preventing you from ever returning to the city even if you had the keys. You continued to work on the city's infrastructure on the ground for the sake of the people who live here. George knows that all too well. That's why he left you there, humiliated you, and even continued to take advantage of you. That's why Mokush Sewers handles so many of the city's necessary functions. It's because Mokush's best engineer will never be able to see the sun. I have never doubted that what I did was right. You always have the trust of other people on your shoulders. Why don't you try trusting someone else for once? Vasily intuits my meaning. He mulls it over, and he eventually gives me a slightly strained smile. I can't lose again. I know how we can guarantee victory. Commander, I can provide more than just intel, you know? From what I have learned in my investigations, taking over Mako should be no problem. All the pieces start falling together. All the problems seem to straighten themselves out. The scent of danger floats in the air. I felt the sensation many times before. I may not get away from this in one piece, but I will never doubt my reason to fight. I will not allow those regrets to become a thorn that pricks my heart whenever something like this happens again. Fire. I turn to Loreley. She must have made preparations before we even met. She notices my gaze, and she cheekily flutters her eyelids at me as a tease. This is no longer just a jailbreak, is it? No, Mei-Ling. We're planning a coup d'etat. Alright. Then let me try this one more time. Time for you to do your thing. Damn! Okay. Whoa, let me lower the speed a little more. Let's see if that is too slow. Ooh, we may be able to finish part 1 today. No mailing, it is time. Time for a national revolution. Hell yeah. Okay, let me just quickly check Discord. Nothing from my sister. Okay, we're good. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. Burning the land. The flames rise from the bones of the earth, burning away the shackles of the old and shedding the light of rebirth on the land. Damn, okay. Damn, okay! Helen? Helen, stop that.
大雑把な計画になったけど、ジョージと戦うには十分でしょう。
This is rather
あとは
rough,
みんなと連絡して、
but it should be enough to deal
臨
with
機応
George.
変に行きましょう。
We'll just have to improvise the rest once we manage to contact the others.
問題ない。
No objections. Oh, hey, you cut your hair. When? When did you cut your hair? And style it again.
私も指揮官の指
I
示
am
に従う
entirely
の
at your command. The support fire I can call in will be on standby.
It might be too slow now. We'll see. I put 2 and 2 together, thinking back to the heavy packs she brought onto the car.
私はあくまでも
They must have
巻き
Alberto, I
込まれた
guess.
だけだからな。
I'm just some engineer that got dragged into all of this chaos.
えっと
Mailing's expression appears conflicted.
どうかしたメイリー？
What is it, Mailing?
少し指揮官と
Commander,
二人で話
could
したいで
I
す。
speak to you in private?
決心がついたのかね。
Made up your mind, have you?
私は制御盤の様子を見てくる。
I'll go check up on the controllers then. Vasily and Dr. White begin to tend to their own affairs, but Loreley remains still. Yeah, I think it's too slow.
ローレライ？
私もいつか同じように
I'm going to
甘えたいわね
demand more of you too if you're going to favor Miss Mailing like this.
らしくないこと言わないでよ。
It isn't like you to say something like that. Loreley's expression suddenly changes as her terminal begins to ring, but she still flashes me her signature easy smile before she makes her exit.
私は周りの警戒をしてくるわ
I'll watch the surroundings then.
メイリンさんとゆっく
I'll
り
let you
お
talk
話し
with
して
Miss Mailing in peace.
埋め合わせは
However,
また後でお願いする
I'll
わ
be
ね
asking for some compensation later, okay?
Mailing begins to put together her words as Loreley walks off into the distance.
指揮官
大丈夫よ、メイリー。
Don't worry, Mailing.
大丈夫じゃありません。
How am I supposed to not worry? All of this is so dangerous.
I'll be done worse, don't worry.
万が一失敗しても、あなたはホワイトさん
If
と
something
一緒に
unexpected happens, you can go straight back to the 11th Bureau with the old gentleman. You won't be touched by the turmoil that way.
どんな後ろ盾がいたとしても、
No matter who George has
ジョー
behind
ジは
him,
第11
the
局と
Bureau
の
isn't
関係を
something
悪
he
く
can
したく
treat
ないは
lightly.
ずよ。
そういう問題じゃありません。
That's not what I'm worried about.
She becomes visible unhappy, as if I missed the point entirely. Her new expression starts to clue me in on what she's thinking.
もしかして、この前のことで
Are you
怒って
upset
る
at
の？
me because of what happened before?
でも、メイリーはもう
You're not at all, you're human. In fact, you're a good, proper engineer at that. I can't help but think back to Mailing when she was younger. I reach out with a hand and stroke Mailing's hair like I used to. Come to think of it, it's been quite a few years since I last did that. I think I stopped doing it because the dolls would think that I was treating Mailing like a kid, even though she had already grown up. Mailing seems a little unsure what to do, as she flushes red and shuts her eyes.
指揮官
That's not what I meant.
She grabs my hand and stops me.
これを言わずに
Commander,
参加したら
I'm just a bit upset.
絶対
I can't help but feel that if I don't get this out before the operation goes ahead, I might really regret it.
She looks off into the distance at Loreley, and she only starts to speak when she's sure no one is within earshot.
私に選ばせるんじゃなかったんですか？
What happened to leaving the decision up to me?
え？
なんで私を第
What do you mean I should go straight back to the 11 Bureau? You said it yourself. You said you will respect my decision, right? And just now, too. You didn't consider me at all in the combat planning, and you only told me to retreat. Am I just a burden to you, Commander? Even if I just disappear one day, will you just... You know how your combat capabilities are. What I mean is that I only want you to be safe. Listen to me, Mei-Ling. Please don't misunderstand. I've never wanted to drive you away, ever. I know your situation. Don't you want to go home and have a look? I'd be happy if you wish to stay, of course. But it's more important that you make the decision without my influence. It's not about leaving or staying for someone. You need to make a decision based on what you want. What's with you all of a sudden? Am I suddenly rambling and leaving you with no space to speak? Yes, you're definitely doing that. Was that not what you wanted to hear? Commander comes off as such an Agwar parent to Mei-Ling. I love it. Or did you want me to handcuff you to the bed to stop you from leaving or something? I hear that's popular amongst young girls these days. You're not part of that crowd, are you? That's not what I wanted the commander to say. And I never thought those kind of things either. I will admit that asking you to retreat first is a little selfish desire of mine. I want my most important family to be safe, and I don't want you to be harmed. That's all I wanted to say, Mei-Ling. The common decision is yours. Who did you hear that from? Florence? Either Florence or Loreley. I look at Mei-Ling sincerely, and I take the chance to also tidy up her ruffled hair. She finally looks up at me, as if she's come to a resolution. A piercing ringing fills the air, and I look in Loreley's direction for answers. She throws me an inquisitive look in return. But like the time in prison, her intimacy carries a sense of distance with it once she drops her character. I couldn't hope to guess at what she's actually thinking. There appears to be something deeper, something I cannot touch hidden behind her affection. Perhaps the chance just hasn't presented itself yet. I gesture for her to tell me about the situation. Mei-Ling, there's an emergency. This will have to wait for next time. I knew it.
Loreley returns to my side. There's a new terminal in her hand that I don't recognize.
It's a prison dedicated line. Should be George or Thea on the other side. Should I take care of it for you? I'm rather good at handling these situations.
Loreley will often take her leave to take care of such calls during the last few days here. I have no reason to doubt her abilities in handling them.
There's no need this time. You mean to say?
Put it through. I'll speak to him. Oh, my apologies. The guards seem a little occupied. Would you mind waiting for a while?
What did you say?
Now, no need to get so angry. Outsiders are not typically allowed in sewers as a whole, much less the prison. I only agreed to contact the guard since it was a special occasion and you were looking for my good friend. How long are you going to keep the act up for? They went to great lengths to find George and get close to the prison, but now they're unable to enter the prison while George plays dumb. You lock her up in your underground prison. There's no need to hide it. Me? How could I? I'm a man who loves good business. Why would I lock my good friend and business partner in jail? Tomato King. I was mostly shocked when I heard that the Tomato Empress had been the victim of a robbery and gone missing. I will assist you in your search, but I must insist that it was not me. Even I am bound to get upset when such accusations are levied, you know? Don't think that everyone else is blind to the truth. Drop the act. Grossa has never looked so angry before. Alright, assist me in combat. Leave it to me. Oh, okay. They both were just like, okay, violence it is then. And yeah, the writer really got wild with a lot of things this event. Is there any other guys? No. Engine kiddo. Engine kiddo. Your cat ears, I love it. You think we are hiding there? Well, you were wrong. Alright, how are the demolition preparations going? Ready to go whenever. What are you trying to do this time? Do you want to hand her over or end up in pieces like your little prison? I'll give you 3 seconds to decide. Oh, come now. Despite his words, George doesn't look pressed in the slightest. He puts through another call. Surprisingly, he finds someone familiar on the other end. Hey, hey, George. Commander is farming aura with that answer. But yeah, I think 20 might be like the ideal speed. 15 is too slow. 25 was still a bit too fast. Not like fast for me to read. No. But too fast as in it might leave me with no time to read the last line before it goes away. 80%! We're almost there, guys. Settlement. All debts must eventually be paid in full.
お久しぶりですね、ジョージ。
こちらこそ久しぶりですよ。
Hello, my most treasured friend. It's been so long.
それにしてもなぜ
Oh, weren't you after being Makosh? How you ended up in prison? There's no place for anyone to be. Gee, I wonder!
言われてみれば変な話ですが。
Oh, speaking of that, I think it's rather strange too. I was called up to this place all of a sudden that day. Although, couldn't you fight in yourself to come pick me up since I'm still in Makosh? That might be a little difficult. The subterranean systems in Makosh are very complex, and you might not know this. But there's a dictator hiding down there. His name is Vasily Pugachev. He's claimed the underground as his domain. Even I cannot step foot there easily. Oh yeah, you don't say. Did you see a madman while you were in prison? All dirty and filthy. You should be a bit more careful. Commander, don't believe what he's saying. Grossa, you should know better. Oops, trip and fell into prison. It can happen to anyone. It's me, Alri's here too. The others... Oh, sorry. There's only so much time we can use on this line. Please, spare some time for me and my... friend. First you throw me into jail, and now you obtain my family? That's hardly what a good business partner does. Family? Hold on, I must have misheard. What did they just call you? Was that commander? His tone only becomes more exaggerated as he puts a hand over his mouth. What a familiar title. Wait, there's that one internationally wanted criminal who's referred to in a similar way. They can call me whatever they like. People say that I put an axe too often, but I'm afraid that you have me beat. This family of yours has been full of dolls this entire time, right? What did you say? Wait, am I being tricked? This must be a conspiracy. Commander. Don't act surprised. Did you really think that I hadn't found out? It's a two-way street, you know? I found quite a few of your secrets while you were investigating me. A prison is a perfectly fitting place for you. That works out perfectly. Gross is utterly upset. Her rolling emotions obvious even through the screen. If you then give the commander back to me, even if I have to take you down with me. Grossa, don't be rash. You hear that, Commander? That grease leaker of yours wants to take me down with it? That has to be the funniest thing I've ever heard. Grease leaker is a new one. It's nothing but a doll. A human-made product dedicated to betterment of human lives. It's something that has no understanding of death. And it dares to say... say something like that with a straight face? Does it think it's some kind of poet? Shut up! I can't find the words. The man in front of me doesn't have the emotional capacity to understand what I'm about to say. See, you have nothing to say. What I saw on the ground comes to mind. George is human. If he knows the value of life, yet treats it with such little respect due to his arrogance. I have no desire to discuss these matters with someone like you. They understand the value and dignity of a person far more than you, whether in death or in life. What a shame then. Just like you know about me, we also know about what you've done in Mokosh. Having the courage to imprison me here after hiding so much underground is applaudable. You must have met Vasily then. My friend, you mustn't believe his words. As I said before, he's a dictator who thinks only of himself. I cannot sacrifice the interests of Mokosh to make his dreams a reality. His words might have shaken me if I hadn't seen the truth for myself. I have my own perspective. You can spare your words. Consorting with such lowly rabble will do you no good, Commander. How about you consider our deal again? If you were willing to hand over the power plant, Dual community, I might yet be willing to welcome you back to the fold as my friend. However, I may have to exchange you for your bounty as well. I think a certain man will be rather happy. Do you know what I hate the third? Do you know what I hate the third most? No, but I'd be happy to learn. Being threatened. Do you have any idea how many times I've been threatened by things many magnitudes greater than you? Looks like the deal is soft then. You will miss having me as your friend. You think so highly of yourself. Like, this man, this guy really thinks he's hot shit. Friend? You? Enjoy your last 3 days in Mokosh. This place won't be yours for much longer. Not that it ever was in the first place. What was stolen must be returned. This is the first time George's face brims with anger, in a stark contrast to his usual comical demeanor. His passion and approachability are nothing but lies. I finally see the heartless glint in his eyes. Hold on. I won't keep you waiting for too long. With friends like this, who needs enemies? Real. Why are her eyes not visible? Like, look at... let me hide chat for a second. Look at her portrait. Mysterious. With friends like this, who needs enemies? Real. She does need a haircut. Mr. George, Mr. Redactor has already given his orders. Until then, I will keep you safe. Where are you about to knock off? It was a request from someone higher up, and he paid me extra overtime. Interesting. Who's protecting this fucker? Damn, they keep putting anti-Wimastina enemies. How dare they? Oh yeah, right. He has got tied with FABN.
げられる。エンジン起動。
どうってことないわ。
Wait, how many those are drone hit? Okay, I see how it is. Last two guys, we're doing this. Let me just refill my water. Water refilled. Check Discord one more time. Nothing from my sister yet. We're good. We're Gucci. Gucci. We're doing this. Reforging dawn. Amidst the cold ashes, we dredge up the scraps and reforge the dawn into shape. Redacted hours later. This is Grossa. Come in. What's going on, leader?
We'll be there within 5 minutes. Just wait a little longer, Miss Grossa.
The Outstern are gathering great numbers here. Immediately inform the others. Olin and I are fighting Thea. The enemy is almost certainly a doll. She's of unknown model, and her performance is far greater than military-grade elite models. I can't confirm whether or not she's a third-generation doll. Be careful.
How are things looking, Big Sis?
Can't hold out for 10 more minutes, tops.
Oh, I'll have to settle this within 5 minutes then.
Ouch. Thea moves faster than Grossa can evade. She appears in front of Grossa and swiftly fires a laser that penetrates Grossa's shoulder.
Stay away! Leader, what happened?
Grossa doesn't bother evading. She grips Thea tightly with her other hand so hard her fingers sink into the foe's frame, down to the knuckle as the sparks fill the air.
Meaningless struggle.
Thea remains nonchalant, only showing signs of displeasure as the accessories on her clothing become casualties.
At least, I can still remove things like you from the commander's way.
What are you doing, Grossa? I can't help but worry as I hear such a sentence the moment I connect to command the battle.
Grossa, stop what you're doing immediately. Put your own safety first.
Yes, I'm currently in the streets. I'm about a minute out. No, maybe less. I know that you cleared your backups long ago. Believe me, I don't need your sacrifice.
I didn't...
I'm taking over command, Grossa. The battle is hardly progressing as planned. Olin and Grossa are struggling to hold out against Thea, and the Outstern encirclement remains a concern.
Commander, we're not going to be able to hang on for much longer. Commander, this is Krolik. Suomi and I are here.
Very good. Krolik, Suomi, focus on the Outstern in close vicinity. Alright, Grossa, there's a piece of cover behind you to the side. Avoid the Ultron and ensure your safety before trying to take down Thea.
私たちが
Us too.
敵の数は
But the numbers.
大丈夫。私の指示通りに動いて。
Don't worry, we're deploying
ドロー
drone
ン爆
strikes.
撃で援護する。
Move as I order you to. I turn to Lorelei after laying out the general plans I have for them.
ローレライ、
いつでも行けるわ。
Munitions loaded.
やっちゃって。
Now! The moment I give the order, several drones loaded with rockets immediately depart for the area. Lorelei's well-made operations have saved me a lot of time.
攻撃位置の制御は？
Can you control the location precisely?
もちろん。
With my eyes closed.
グローザ、ウルリド、3時方向の遮蔽物に
Cover to your 3 o'clock.
30秒以内。
Prepare to fire. You have 30 seconds. Our squad remains relatively small, but the battlefield has changed.
面倒なことを
Phew, more and more problems.
キャロリックとスオミは12時の方向へ。
Moving in the 12 o'clock direction. There's a passage you can use to break through there. Take the stairs down after you enter.
了解
Despite her unchanged expression, Thea's frequent laser blasts betray her dissatisfaction deep down. She fires away at every piece of cover nearby, unable to find her targets. Loreley, give them something to remember. Exactly as promised, the drones released their payload at blinding speed. Clumps of fire blew across the ground, swallowing Thea and the Outsworn. The cries and yells with the Outsworn filled the air, but Thea moves deftly and avoids any major damage. I monitor the battle and look for Grossa amidst fire. A fine opportunity arrives as I finally spot her figure clearly. Grossa quickly finds the timing and fires a burst at Thea.
この程度で
That won't. Thea is forced back, finally at a disadvantage after a lengthy battle, just as she finds an opportunity to turn the tide. A bullet strikes her from her blind spot, perfectly piercing her joints with incredible precision.
狙撃どこから
More reinforcements. But that firing angle.
なんとか間に合ったわね。
Lola, we made it.
しかしロ
You
ーレ
won't be admonished too hard later for calling in fire support without approval, right?
まあもしそうなったら
Oh, I'll definitely have it rough.
しようかしら
Although, maybe I might just come over to the helm if I can't take it anymore.
転職は慎重に考えた方がいいと
You'd
思う。
better get used to the work on the Elmo then.
ローレライ、次行くわよ。
Let's get down to business, Lorelei.
了解先ほどの射撃はグローザではないし
That wasn't Grossa's shots, or the drones.
もしかして
Could it be? Could it be?
あの子なのかしら
You can't let go of the commander either, can you? Could it be?
忘れていたな。
I almost forgot. He did warn me. George doesn't appear worried at all by the sight of Thea's defeat. In fact, the smile on his face only grows more deranged.
失敗作には期待するなと
I
いう
cannot
話
place too much hope in failed products. I know that better than anyone.
申し訳ございません
Apologies.
返品
This frame is at its limits.
契約に基づいて
Please speak to my superiors if you'd like to proceed with a return.
まあいい。時間は
The time that you made should be enough. George ignores Thea's obvious frustration. A colossal machine in the shape of a great beast roars, and it moves in George's direction. It is clear to see that the beast is not George's foe. Rather, it's very possibly a pet of his. It flaunts staunch layers of armor, spiked defense systems, and mounted heavy cannon that contrasts with the rest of its visuals.
まだこんなものがあったなんて。
Heavy machinery in a place like this?
アムニの体
Omnishell.
昔私が
I designed and created it. It protected this place for a long, long time. sheltering its people from collapse storms and elites. Vasily has placed himself next to me at some point as he looks at the great machine along with me. I remember you saying that you had a similar ideas when you were back at the 11th Bureau. I wanted it to be a fortress that sheltered this place, an impenetrable shield. But now... Vasily regards the jarring modifications in the machine with an indescribable expression. For him, this machine into which he has poured his heart and soul feels familiar yet foreign. It once carried out his will, saving the residents of Mokosh from the grasp of elites and collapse storms. But in George's hands, it has become an aggressor rather than a protector, stripping away those who will oppose him of their lives. Not even Vasily himself may know how to face and overcome it now. Oh, welcome, Vasily. You're still alive? George's voice interrupts our discussion. He is much more animated than the frigid Vasily, just as he was when I first met him. The deep rumbling of Omnishell follows. It marches on us, brandishing its fangs and claws, now no longer a protector of anything. A long time no see, George. Why are you showing yourself above ground? Have you forgotten how you squirm when I crush your ribs? I have no interest in these trite jokes, George. I have no intention of dwelling on the past. This is not the first time I tried to take you out, but I guarantee you that this will be the last. What are you saying? You never succeeded, have you? A theory mechanic flaunting your mediocre skills. Who brought Mokosh wealth beyond imagination? Who took it from little more than a meager settlement to a thriving trade city? Won't you tell me, Vasily? If you would have just listened, if you would have just gotten out of my business way, I would have been happy to let trash like you live the rest of your days in Mokosh, still immersed in your hero's dream. Who's the one dreaming here? Are you still thinking about how you might get this piece of trash here on your side? This is not the first time I've given you an offer, but I guarantee you that this will be the last. Then my answer will be the same. George, you do not stay in Mokosh for the people here. You remain here only because you see business opportunities. So what? What is the most plentiful resource the Yellowstone have, you think? I conjure up a million ways for you and the others to produce value. Both you and them should be thanking me. Have you always thought this way? Vasily, my friend. Do you know how much value a man from the Yellowstones can produce over the course of his life? If you know the answer to my question, then you will understand how necessary my work is. Never mind that. Have I not fulfilled your needs? I have been so cooperative in sculpting you as a hero in the public eye. All to make that silly, childish dream of yours reality. Do you think that my people are unhappy? Do you truly think that a life of poverty, beleaguered by pain, is better than what they have now? Now, hurry and scamper back to your sewer. I'm not here to talk about this with you, George. I'm just shocked that your resolve is so limited. You really, truly underestimate humanity. Vasily suddenly begins to move towards the massive machine. Vasily, what are you doing? I created Omnishell. Its sins are mine to bear. I will repair it myself, or be devoured by it. I'll wrestle Makoshi's future from George's hands, then give it back to the people. Damn, he's getting badass. Shit. You want to approach Omnishell while it's still active? Are you completely insane? If there are any issues, the commander here will take care of them for me. I only promise you that I will win this battle. You'll have to live well and handle the rest yourself. I find it so funny that we only see the legs. Like, how does the top look? Can you explain the pillar far right side? Oh, there it is. It's so big that it ate the frame rate. It's foreshadowing your tank character. Pillar far right side. Oh, this? That looks like it. This is some insane music. Alright, who's gonna go there? You. Hello, Sarah. You mean more old FU byte? True. You just stay there. You'll get to live another turn because I need to get to the to the supply thingy. The carriers get me every time. They're so good. No, she's paralyzed.
Engine起動.
Damn it. Let me grab the thing, god damn it. Damn, again. Okay, I think we're just gonna restart. We're gonna ignore, I mean, not ignore entirely, but I'm probably gonna leave like this guy alive or try to get rid of. Yeah, because now I can't move like at all, so it's gonna fuck me over. Restart. Look how the frame rate drops. I love it. I love how blowing up a leg drop a ship battery. I'm like, whatever, let's just get rid of everything. Whatever, I don't give a fuck. Ah, fuck. But this one doesn't hit it. What if I get like in the middle of it all? Commander, he's done it! With a heavy thud and a great cloud of dust, Omnishell ceases to move. It circles around in place before gradually coming to a complete stop. I wait and wait, but see no trace of Vasily. George's reinforcements are incoming, and the Outsource lines are converging on us. We need to find Vasily and get back on our feet before making our next decision. Groza, search Omnishell with me. We must find Vasily. A rather strong signal patches itself into the communications channel. Our reinforcements have breached the Outsource encirclement.
Surely I'm the first one here this time. Where are you, Commander?
Are the other members of the Zucchero with you, Macchiato? Look for traces of George and Seiya where you are. I'll send you the details.
I got it. Hold on, don't just hang up right there.
I immediately received another incoming call as I end the call with her. I knew it. Got nothing to say to the people who backed you up? Will you finally accept payment from me this time?
I'm just paying back what I owed you from before. I don't want anything from you.
That's what you say every time. How many times do you need to pay back the one thing I did for you?
As you press the remaining outsourcing nearby, I'll ask for my payment when we get back.
I knew that Groza called him back up when I was absent, but the sheer scale of this... She called everyone! Am I really going to have to go around and tell all of them that I'm alright? Yes.
Commander, it's me! We finally got through the queue to get in contact. How's the situation over there, Commander? Oh, right. Monsoon is standing by in Makosh. Your orders, Commander?
I have 2 people I'd like you to search for. The details have been sent over. Take care to support the other squads nearby.
Leave it to me, Commander. Just still haven't answered my question, Commander. How's the situation over there? Everybody's dying to know.
I'm fine, Yanju. Don't worry. I'm not quite completely unarmed. What are you gonna do to make them worry?
That's good. Sis says that she's going to give you a full checkup when you're back.
As usual, the truth doesn't get past Diane. I handled incoming calls as we proceed towards Omnishell. I completely failed to notice Loreley a short distance away with her gaze still focused on me. Commander, look over there. I follow Groza's gaze and I find Vasily hanging on a steel spike on Omnishell. It looks as though he's been flung there in the chaos, and his tools are scattered all over the ground. This doesn't look good. Surprisingly, his eyes begin to slowly open the moment I ask the question. How are you holding up? Don't worry. It's all minor injuries. Probably just a few ribs. Nothing major, you know? Bro got left hanging. How dare you? He's really pushing himself. Vasilis is still unsettled. He's still worrying about the unfinished battle, even though he's wounded. You should take a look at yourself first before worrying about anyone else. Don't even try to stand up. I'm going to do some first aid before help gets here. Where is George? By the way, Dr. White and Miss Mailing are currently in the control center of the ground, standing by. Looks like it didn't take too long to seize control of the underground control center, thanks to the loopholes left during the prior maintenance. How's the situation down there? Before I got here, I got control of the water management, electricity supply, logistics and transport systems, and permissions to everything else important, including the isolation unit.
私たちは勝ったのか。
Are we going to win?
あと少しよ。
With Omnishell out of the picture, everything will get easier. We'll take it one step at a time.
もうほぼ勝ったも同然
What
よ。
we've achieved already is a victory in and of itself. There's no need to rush. I try to relax my tone, doing what I can for his mental state. With George's forces approaching, we will be better off retreating. Our best course of action is to re-engage only after we've decided on our next move. We don't want one of the Yellowstone's rare city-sized settlements to turn into a ruin either.
地下のシステムの権限を全部
The sewers were once used to bind you,
あとは
but now you
あなた
can
に
use them to your
任せましょう
advantage.
アムニの殻もあなたが
Working
止めて
upwards bit by bit towards the surface is not impossible.
モコシを取り戻すのも
The city is going to fall into chaos, but you have control of the city's critical underground systems. Combined with Omnishell, it's safe to say we have all of Mokush's lifelines in our hands.
ずっと
I've waited a long time for this day.
私には何もない。
I have nothing to my name for
モコシにい
ages,
るほとんどの人
much
が
like
そう
most of Mokosh.
私たちはただ
What we want is only to take back what was once ours.
あと少しなら
To control the sewers is to control
私
half
も
the
頑
city.
張らないとな。
ええ私も
I'll handle the other half then. Vasily is looking much better than before after getting patched up. He stands up and slowly walks forward.
さて
Now,
あともう
it's time for the
一踏ん張りだ
underground to show its might. I give him a light pat on the back.
大丈夫
Don't worry,
勝つから
I'll handle the rest of what you need. I look at his retreating figure and I gradually begin to follow after him. This campaign is not yet over. We're only at the beginning. Grossa follows me closely, and she almost trips on the bumpy path below us. This would have been unthinkable at any other time, but far too many things have happened in Mokosh. Grossa has been placed under immense pressure for far too long, and it has no doubt been torturous for her in her current state. But she does her best not to make a sound.
グローザ
I take her by the hand, holding her closer to me for support.
遅くなってごめん
I'm sorry I'm late.
私は
There's nothing to be sorry for.
指揮官さえ無事でいる
I just wanted you to be safe, Commander.
ずっと
I've always been worried that I would put you in danger just by being by your side, Commander.
でも指揮
But I
官がいな
can't
くな
bear
った
the thought of being apart from you at all.
今回で気づいた
Sorry, Commander.
分かっているわ
I know what's in your mind.
赤い玉ねぎのこと
You remember everything about Red Onion.
もう思い出したんでしょ、
指揮官
I can't hide anything from you, Commander. She tries to slip her hand away, but I grasp it tighter.
もしいつか
I'm worried about it all becoming real one day, Commander.
私が
I'm worried I'll really become a monster in your eyes.
その時はどうか
Commander, there's one thing I want to ask of you.
私を殺してほしい
If that day ever comes, please do not hesitate to kill me. Destroy me.
グローザ
I know how much it must have taken to put that into words. Aside from my trust, what I can provide is a promise to her.
分かった
I hear you.
決してそうならないように
Let me handle this,
私が何
Grossa.
とかする
I promise that I won't let anything that might worry you happen until I've taken care of it. Grossa finds the determination to stand by my side once more.
次の目標を教えてください
Damn! Okay, anyone remembers how long this last note is? Because I might not have the time. fairly shortish. I have like 30 minutes at most. Hopefully less. $10 minutes? Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Let's do it then. Let's finish part 1! Man in the hole. He sleeps in a cave of memories, but the searing light of reality has awakened him.
指揮官
Loreley finally finishes her lengthy call and returns to my side.
お邪魔だったかしら
Did I interrupt?
そんなまさか。
Of course not.
任務の方はどうなっている？
How about you? Did you find George and Thea's trails?
いつになったら私
Am I not allowed to have a share of your attention as well?
そういうのは全部終わってか
Then
ら
let me report into you as well.
状況はどうなっているの？
Am I right? What about you?
ジョージの通信記録を傍受
No
したけど
intel received yet,
見る
but I did manage to intercept a communications log from George. Interested.
それよりも大事なことがあるでしょ？
You know that's not what I'm asking about.
せめてありがとうの一言が
I
欲しか
thought
った
you would
け
just
ど
give me a thank you.
だからそれも
Leave that for when this is all over. I think you deserve more proper gratitude. That's something you will enjoy, wouldn't you? What kind of gratitude are you offering, Commander?
まあそれなら喜んで
Finally willing to respond to my invitation?
で結局
Don't change the topic. You look terrible ever since that call ended.
今はそんな話したくないけど
You can't just go around saying these things that ruin the mood.
もっと楽しい話
We
を
were
したいな
just discussing how you could reward me.
ずっと保安局から通信が
This
来ていた
isn't
の
the
でし
first
ょ？
time Aesthetic has called, is it?
監獄にいた時から気づいて
It
いた
happened down
わ
in the prison too. Did you think I wouldn't notice?
今回は割とやりたい方
Let me
がしてし
guess.
まったから
You leaked too much intel, disobeyed orders, and even calling firepower beyond what you permitted. They're not very happy, are they?
まあ支援の話を
Or
撤回
have
されても
negotiations with Aesthetic broken down
こっち
because
は
of my
何も文句
unwillingness
が
to
言えないけ
cooperate?
ど
要するに指揮官
Can I
は
take
私と
this
離
as
れ
you
るのが
wanted me to
寂しい
yourself at least a
ってこと
little,
でいいか
Commander?
しら
She tilts her head somewhat and positions it in a way that's convenient for caressing. She looks at me with dewy eyes, in such a manner that it almost seems teasing.
メイリンみたいなこと
I
言わ
would
な
have
いでよ
guessed that you're into the same kind of theatrics as Mailing. I reach out with a hand to stroke Loreley's hair.
今回頑張ってくれたご褒美ね
Then here's some encouragement for you. A little something for your victory. Her eyes narrow a little with comfort.
指揮官
Be careful, Commander. You might be falling right into my trap if you're thinking like that.
そうなの
Really now?
私はメイリンのような子供じゃ
I'm
ない
not
ん
as
だ
easy to
から
placate as a little girl like Mailing, you know?
じゃあもし
I
今後
know,
また
I know.
機会があれば
I need to give you something to stay for. Like this.
今後またじゃなくてもいいわ
Looks like I made the right decision. Like what?
もうこれからはずっと
It's no problem.
あなたのそば
As
に
things
いられる
are,
ようにな
I
った
can
から
stay with you. The support she's given me has obviously gone beyond what aesthetic allows. I can't help but worry for her safety. She knows about the situation with Grossa too. If she still decides to choose me nevertheless, I think back to what Grossa experienced and the pain she suffers. If possible, I want to spare Loreley from those things.
ローレライあなたがこんなことをしなくて
And
も
what's the price you're going to pay?
これは全部私自
Nothing
身
you
の
need to be
選ん
worried
だこと
about. These affairs are my own.
なんか
You don't seem half as mature as before, even after 10 years.
そう言われたらそうなのかもしれない
I
よ
suppose
ね
that's true, but it's also your fault.
それは指揮官のせいでもあるからだから
Without your attention, I changed.
少し変わってほしいわ
And I'm going to change you, and I'm going to change you bit by bit as well. She grabs my hand and puts a circular mark on one of my fingers with her teeth. Excuse me, what? Alright. I am surprised they did not make a CG for that, considering there is one in Neurocloud. Her movements are gentle, but that mark will persevere for several days. Don't worry, you'll have what you want. I'll show you everything in my Neurocloud once we get back to the Elmo. Someone calls Sweeper to throw a calm down woman. She winks at me, the despondency from before nowhere to be seen. She's returned to her normal, smiling, confident self. After a brief moment of tenderness, we hurriedly make our escape. After all, the real counterattack has yet to come. I'll say the right is barely this guy's fetish. You know, but the thing is, EOS did this in Neurocloud. To actually draw blood from the professor/commander. But we actually got a CG for that. So I'm just like, okay, if we're gonna do all these, where's the CG for it? You know, might as well just put it in there. Squad 3, reporting in. Omniture has been seized by the enemy. Awaiting instructions. By the time the Oathsworn take control of the scene, the only thing remaining is the broken Omnishell. The one who has caused all of this vanish without a trace. You think that's worth reporting? Go get it back! George angrily cuts off the call. Damn it all! Vasily, you bastard, how dare you! How dare you! Wow, he's really losing it. He has already caused Vasily to suffer 1,000 times worse than what he once went through. The despair of illness, a feeble body and dismal health, not to mention a long-buried family. And yet he still stands before me, next to that unbelievable son of a... Going on about how he has nothing. I've thrown everything away for what I have now too. Do I deserve defeat? I cannot lose more than anyone else. Oh, young George. What's going on with me? George stares at his arm in surprise. Blue spots begin popping up all over his skin. Are my hands a little swollen? Why? Why? George scrambles to figure out what's going on with him, but a severe headache robs him of his ability to think. Yes. Yes. I still have this. He scatters the documents and objects on his desk, searching for the medicine that will make him feel better. But he finds nothing, even as he knocks over the last bottle. He collapses to his knees with his head in his hands. A letter upon his desk flutters down to the floor in front of him. It's a neat and tidy letter. The solid and smooth strokes of the writing look impeccable, and the paper carries the faint aroma of a flower. Osmanthus, as Vasily will tell him in the same letters. Vasily's favorite desserts always carry that aroma. Dear George, today was my 221st day at the 11th Bro. Even the employee meals here are great, but I think that I will still return to Mokosh one day. I still remember when you said that you hoped that Mokosh will stop being tormented by radiation. After coming here, I have only become more confident that our beliefs are the way forward. Even for people of the Yellow Zones, there should be more ideals in their lives beyond survival. That's why we will handle the survival part. It has been some time since you've written.
I look forward to what you have for me.
人々に生きる理由
Vasily.
を与えたい。もうしばらくの間、君からの手紙をもらっていないが、いつでも待っているよ。
私の手紙だと
Since I've written?
生きる理由など
Ideals? You only get to say that because you're lucky.
なければ語れないものだよ。
George knows full well that he has contracted Elid. He doesn't know when he got infected, but he has already taken every step he can to stave off the illness, to the point of even stealing vaccines.
理由なんてどうでもいい。
I'm not waiting for empty promises.
私は生きる。
I'm going to survive.
生き続ける。
I'm going to survive right now. The familiar sound of footsteps reaches his ears. He composes himself in an instant, putting on his usual smile, as forced as it is in his current predicament.
そうだ。
Oh, you're here.
私には
Yes, you'll be fine. I still have you. The man who gave him every opportunity. The man who allowed him to emerge from the abyss. I do not like this shadow. Despair does not stay with George for long. He's never been a man who falters in place and refuses to accept reality. If he can't survive Elid, he can't survive this insignificant turbulence. Yes, this much is nothing but insignificant. Vasily has tried to fight back countless times. No matter how imposing he may seem, he has been beaten back and crushed each time.
だから君はもう消えろ。
Go back to your goddamn sewer. He pulls himself away from his memories. The dreamlike sensations depart with the sentiments of the past. He can feel himself regaining control, and he can put everything firmly in his grasp again. Clarity returns to the world in front of him. Red dots congregate in mockush upon the screen before him, the convoys of his reinforcements arriving. Rather, his help is here. He looks up to find Thea standing before him, even though she should be immobilized and crippled. No, something's not right. That was not Thea. Red Thea. Why is she red? Which old slimy fox is it? Exactly. Excellent question. But yippee! Thea alter. Real. Let's get back here quickly. Yippee! We did it! We finished part 1. Ray Thea. We finished part 1. Patchy, 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 patchy. It is done. It is done. But yeah, you know, I'm like, if they're gonna go to the point of having Loreley bite Commander's finger, you know, might as well draw it. They did it in Aero Cloud. Might as well. Now for the Jazz World Tour. Yippee! Man, that was a great event. Gotta leave something for the mind's eye. I'm like, they've done it before. They've done it before. I know they can do it. It's been really good so far, yeah. I'm curious though, is it part 2 gonna like continue this entire plot? Or is it gonna be like what was it, the Helen event? In which the second part was like completely unrelated. It was just like 2 different events. It does lack CGs. Frontline 2 does lack CGs. the events lately have been very lacking on CGs. Part 2 is in fact the second part of the story. Let's go! But yeah, I guess Frontline 2 those lack CGs. Maybe we should bombard the service with that as well. Because they've been the story quality has gotten much better, the writing, you know, as compared to how they were struggling before for a while. You know, the events have been fire, but they have been severely lacking in CGs. Like Restaurant 1 and Nevercloud had way more CGs. And you could say that, oh yeah, but you know, they have fully animated cutscenes here. Which is true. But I don't think they have enough cutscenes to justify the lack of CGs either. You know? Does that make sense? All money went NBA? Could be. Because, you know, that the dance cutscene, that was fire. That was really, really good. And, you know, and the cutscenes from... what was it? I forgot the name. The one with AK-15. The one, yeah, no, those were awesome. Were too short. Some of them were too short, but you know, most of them, I felt like it was very okay on cutscenes. Like that event could have used a few more CGs also, but I feel that it really made up with cutscenes, especially in the second part. You know, there's the whole thing with the commander getting into Nirvana, and like the Boy Mastina cutscenes. So there's some really good cutscenes during that event. Right now for this one, we've only gotten the dance one, I think. And we've gotten like 2 CGs. Like, we just got the second one now. So, you know, we'll see how the second part is. But so far, I feel like they're severely lacking on CGs. And, you know, even though the dancing animation was amazing, I don't feel like it makes up for the lack of CGs. Like in Gears Online 1, I guess in Gears Online 1, since they could only use CGs, you know, they didn't have like animated scenes. They went crazy with the CG usage, and, you know, and they did very creative stuff with the CGs also. Like that during Irma's event, when they start revealing like part by part as the music and the dialogue advances. That was peak. That was really good. So like I'm really at a loss here of like, you know, they have more resources in Frontline 2. So where are all the CGs? So it is sometimes great artistic design. Yeah. And you know, I was forgiving them. I was more forgiving up until like Deep Oblivion and the AK-15 and AN95 event. I forgot the name of the event. God damn it! You know, I was more forgiving up to those events, because you could feel in the events before that they were struggling with the writing. They were really struggling with the writing to find like the right writing and right pacing and things. But I don't feel like they're having this problem anymore with the latest events. Like maybe the Helen one, but you know, it was still enjoyable. So I'm just like, okay, but okay, guys, where are the CGs and or animations? We're severely lacking in all these in all these fronts. Especially considering they started like really strong with animations. Remember, like the first few chapters will have like animations at the start and the end, and like a bunch of CGs. So I'm like, okay, you fix your writing now get to fixing that. Where is it? But anyway, we'll see how part 2 is. Tomorrow we're starting part 2. Tomorrow will be a bit shorter than today, because I'll be starting like an hour later than I started today, because chores. But yeah, for now I really gotta go. My sister must be out, or must be soon to be out. She has not written to me yet. She has not texted me yet, so maybe she'll be a bit late, but you know, any moment now she could be out. So yeah, thank you guys for coming. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. That was really fun. That was really fun to read. And it's been really interesting. So yeah, excited to see how it goes on part 2. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you here, guys, tomorrow to continue. If not, that's understandable. It's fine. You can watch the VOD. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to stay safe, stay hydrated, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.